Adventure is always unpredictable. You can plan for weeks and still have no idea what's really going to happen. So always go prepared for anything and be willing to change your plan, or you can force it and accept the consequences. Hey everybody, what's up? Something really unusual happened yesterday. It rained, and it rained all day long and all night. So I tried to find us an adventure that's not going to be too muddy. I've already repainted the Jeep. It was blue this morning when I left, but now it is very brown. And I came out here hoping to find an abandoned military base. But no, it's not abandoned. It is still actively a gunnery and bomb range. We're in the Great Salt Lake Desert, just on the west side of the Great Salt Lake. And we're heading to a ghost town. Since the military base didn't work out, there's a ghost town out here. But I just crossed the boundary of the gunnery range. And there's an old Target practice car right here. Let's go look at it. I definitely can't tell what kind of car that is. Maybe you can. Oh, just a bunch of fence posts. Well, there is a hunk of metal. Oh, part of an exhaust header. It's probably part of that same car. Okay, let's get going. Hopefully things work out today. I don't know how muddy it's going to be. And if it gets too bad, I'm going to have to call it. I do not want to be stranded out here. This is the first time I've ever been out here too, and I just passed a sign that makes me feel like I might not be able to go too much further. Guess this is a mining location. I'm not sure what they're mining besides maybe salt. They got some evaporation ponds over on the left. I guess I'll find out. Maybe that's the mine on the side of that hill right there. That rock definitely looks like it's been removed. Kind of looks like limestone. I don't know. It could just be big rocks they use to make roads out here. This is kind of weird. Even though we are by the railroad tracks, I've never seen them pull out a chunk of track like this and set it off to the side. Strange. Wow, a caboose somebody's still using. And right here where this mine and the railroad is, I think this is the ghost town of Lakeside. This town was here specifically to build the loosened cutoff across the Great Salt Lake. And that's just what they did. I don't see any signs of a town right here anymore. It's all just railroad stuff and rock from this mine. And back in those days, the lake used to be a lot higher. I would imagine this was all full of water. Probably almost all the way up to where we're standing. But it hasn't been that full since the 80s. I think the 80s is the last time the Great Salt Lake got full. But man, I'm gonna have some serious washing to do to get all this mud off. Hercules is dirty. But they've been mining out the whole side of this mountain right here, and then a little bit down there on the end. And there's some sort of communication tower at the top. From Lakeside, you gotta follow the railroad tracks on a washboarded road for like 30 miles. So I don't know if I recommend this way. It's pretty bumpy. Still going. This road keeps going as far as I can see. And it's a muddy, bumpy mess. Kind of smooth right here. But it's definitely bumpy. I mean, it's definitely muddy. I feel like I'm trapped in a dirt clod. Can't see nothing. I gotta credit this to Ben from Adventures Aimless. I'm heading out to a video he just made because I thought it looked pretty cool, and I found the first thing that I've seen familiar from his video. Check this out. That's all railroad spikes. Lots of them. So if you need any railroad spikes, here's a whole pile. So now we'll go see if we can find the rest of Ben's adventure. And I've been driving on this railroad track for so long now, I'm surprised I haven't seen a train. I don't see one that way. And I don't see one that way. Oh dang it, I've turned off the road that's along the railroad tracks and it's super muddy. I'm throwing mud clumps up as big as my shoe. And I don't want to tear these roads up for anybody. And I don't want to get stuck. Because I'm kind of going sideways, but I'm still moving. But this is pretty bad. Dang it. Whoa. Hopefully I can find a spot to turn around that I won't get stuck in. It looks like there's something right up there. These are some serious clumps of mud. Man. So this is your classic mud they warn you about here in Utah. It's almost like grease, and it's only about an inch or two deep, but it's just like driving on ice. I always approach these kinds of situations with caution. I'm still in two-wheel drive, and I did not air down my tires. So that alone gives me 2 ways to rescue myself if this goes wrong.
In a quarter mile, turn left. GPS signal lost.
I haven't been on a road this slimy for a while. I really hope it rains now on my way home. Wash this mud off. Just sliding everywhere. Okay, I don't see a train. I don't want to stop at the bottom of this hill. Oh man. Well, I think I got to turn around, go back the way I came. Because I'm not going to make it down the mud road. And it sounds like there's a gate down there. So we got to go back that way. Check out all the mud on the Jeep. Mud. But I guess that only means one thing. Maybe I need to come back here with Ben in the springtime like he wants to do. Because clearly this road that's pretty sketchy. That was slippery stuff. Everywhere else out here is pretty scary today too. We're gonna go all the way back over there. But we have another extremely remote place here in Utah. It took me almost a half a tank of gas to get here, so I should have brought some spare gas. So if you come out here, you definitely need to bring some spare gas. I'll see if I can get a good time lapse for you guys, see what them crazy clouds are doing. Well, I guess I better scrape some of this mud off before it gets solid. That's some thick mud. Get out of there. One off there. See how muddy it is out there. Well, everything doesn't go perfect all the time. So I apologize. That adventure was probably kind of short. So next week, I think I might head south so we can get a little bit more adventure in with less mud. Almost a full moon. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.